Gary, How Do You Write a Joe Sherman Song is your third feature that you've written and directed. Where were you coming from as an artist while you were developing the idea? What was going on in your life?
I guess the main thing is that I've always wanted to do a musical because I've loved them as a kid. My parents introduced me to them, and when I got older I discovered West Side Story and realized, oh, they're not always just totally cheeky song and dance type of films. And then I discovered Once and all that jazz later on as well, and I figured, you know, it's something I wanted to do. And once I found Joe Sherman and heard his music, that was the kind of the seed that kind of sprouted into, okay, this is the next project I want to do because I've always wanted to. And then meeting Christina Rose, knowing the talents that she had where she could sing, dance, and act because she had been on Broadway, it really made them kind of like the team that I wanted to surround myself with to create something where I felt it hadn't been done a lot in the independent world yet, you know, like the full-on song and dance, like going to a Broadway musical, you know, and the ones that I've seen, again, were more kind of just, you know, tongue-in-cheek comedies. So this was something I thought the world hadn't seen in a while, especially from the independent level. So it was a challenge that I wanted to put on to myself and the team around this.
And were you hoping for something that was a little more uplifting, especially in light of what's going on in the country and what has been probably since you started making the film with the recession and people in a very precarious situation? Do you want something a little more?
That's funny because, you know, it has been called a crowd pleaser by a lot of people, and I never set out to specifically try to make it where people would really feel uplifted in general. It was more about the journey that I had gone through as myself as an artist, you know, dealing with artistic integrity, because you've mentioned I've written and directed 3 films. I've been, you know, a director for hire for 2 others, where it was more dealing with producers and other scripts where, you know, it wasn't really my voice, but I still had to do it, and that was something I felt I wanted to explore through Joe Sherman's film, about having to do other people's work, and is it really yourself or not? And that was the main kind of thing I was exploring, as well as just relationships around you. And I guess the byproduct was, most people think because of the music and the outcome of the film is where they find it pleasing to them. They, you know, something they feel that has touched them in a way.